Halloween has come and gone, but there's still plenty of mods out there to help give us that old Hallows Eve vibe. Today we're taking a look at Gravewind by runesentinel, a new Skyrim quest mod that brings us to a mysterious realm. With unique boss fights, new enemies, and 2 possible endings, this is the kind of mod that I'm always happy to see more of. The story of Gravewind revolves around Arkay, the Nordic god of mortality. Legend says that the ancient Atmorans once lived for as long as the elves did, until Arkay tricked them, shortening their lifespan to that which we know now. Seen as an enemy god to the ancient Atmorans and, later, to the Nords, Gravewind aims to explore these ancient legends, taking us to an afterlife, hoping to find a way out with our soul still intact. The mod comes with no requirements, making it an easy plug and play, and it is recommended to be level 25 or above. Currently, Gravewind is only available for Skyrim Special Edition on PC. To get started, travel northwest from the roadside ruins in Falkreath Hold, and enter the abandoned homestead. But be warned that once you enter, you won't be able to leave until your journey is complete. That is a slightly bigger homestead than I expected, or at least the tower, the chimney, whatever it is bigger than I expected. Cemetery homestead. Because nothing bad could possibly happen, finding an abandoned cemetery and house, just, in the middle of nowhere. If anything, I feel like that's a pretty good rule of thumb in Skyrim, is that abandoned homes out in the middle of the wilderness, nothing good ever comes from them, you know? I also don't know if this is gonna be the kind of mod that's gonna try and scare me, or if it's just gonna be more atmospheric. Embalming tools, Shrine of Arkay, Arcane Legends, Orky's Shades. Transcribed from Nord myth. Of the legends I've transcribed in the past, this one in particular sticks out to me. Spread through song alone, I felt it necessary on behalf of the Order to keep it from dying out in modern records. For those unaware, Arkay took a much different form in the times of the ancient Nords. He was seen as a trickster god, a far cry from the fatherly ferryman of souls that we worship today. Burial rites were made out of fear of Arkay's mischief, and their importance was spread through the myth of Hera. Hera, a woman whose songs, once called the Wife of Death, treated the dead as if they were her own children, and studied all forms of magic to make sure their peace was left undisturbed. Some credit her findings for many of the blessings that we still use today. And then, without warning or reason, she was gone, with none to administer burial rites. And without any apprentices, their dead were left unprotected. And soon, throughout the forest surrounding the crypt, dark specters were seen staring back at the living. Some were seen walking the city streets, each with the same expression of sorrow, and always disappearing in a puff of smoke when touched. This continued until old Hera was finally found dead in the woods, surrounded by the totems of a witch and masks made of skulls, her face portraying the same expression as the ghosts. Her body was buried, but like the rest of the town's recent dead, without the proper rites. And so it was that not long after her entombment was her coffin found to be empty, and the dark specters returned. The church believes that this story is, in truth, one of a necromancer manipulating an old woman to access the souls of the dead. As with any story, many details have been forgotten and exaggerated over the centuries. Old Hera was just an innocent victim, assuming that she was real at all, though her story remains an important reminder regardless, a reminder to stay away from necromancy and to always protect the dead. Well, there's not much here, so I'm gonna pray. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of expected that to to do something. I thought I was gonna pray and then, I would just be teleported. Well, in that case, oh. Did I not notice that before? It's me, so it's entirely possible that I didn't notice that before, but I'll check the footage. I will indeed check the footage to see if this was here or not. I hope it wasn't, because then, you know, it encourages you more to go upstairs, read the book, pray to Arkay in order to open this up. Oh. Okay, so the map is transforming as I go through it. That's pretty cool, because I didn't see an exit, so I circled back around. Okay, now that's pretty goddamn cool. I know it's doable, I know it's possible, but I feel like it's not something I see often, so already just kind of from a technical perspective, that's really, really interesting. Oh, okay. Well, we got the shades. They did say that, oh, you know, touching them has them disappear in a puff of smoke. I shouldn't eat it, but... Oh, alright. I wasn't expecting it to restore health. Of all the things that, black smoke men could give me, I didn't expect them to restore my health. Self-poison of sacrifice? Sorry, I got a little choked up there. I didn't like that the game was like, hey, kill yourself. Is the room gonna transform on me again? Am I gonna have a pull switch? No, I gotta go this way. It is kind of funny just having the regular Skyrim exploration music for this, because it doesn't really fit the tone. It's almost as if they're trying to make me feel safe and secure and nostalgic, when in truth I'm just sitting here going, alright, well, I'm fighting weird shade people, you know? They also retextured kind of like the normal Nordic ruins, what you would see in tombs, what you would see in, oh god, I'm gonna get lost down here, what you would see in barrows and stuff, and I like it just because even though it's using the same, you know, model, it still makes it feel a little new, a little different. I'm probably gonna go in circles. I'm just gonna warn you about that right now. I don't even know if opening the local map would help me because of the fact that I already know that the map is changing on me. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna loot a lot of the chests. One, because I know that I can't return to Skyrim until I'm done, and two, it's kind of like my equivalent of breadcrumbs right now. I'll be like, oh, I think I looted this chest. You know? So it looks like we might have an exit either over here or over here. Very descriptive, I know. Because I was worried that opening up the local map wouldn't help because the map was changing, but I don't think the maze was changing. Hopefully that opened the gate back in the other room, right before the maze. You know, I've never actually been in a maze that you had to kind of solve. The only maze I've ever gone into was, you know, like a corn maze, a Halloween, Thanksgiving style maze where, you know, anyone can go in, but it's more so for children. So there's not really dead ends. It's like, oh, this dead end is 5 seconds out of the way. I don't know if I would do well in a more complex maze, you know? Just knowing my sense of direction. Oh god, I'm gonna have another maze down here, aren't I? Oh, maybe not. Oh. Hello?
What was that?
Oh, okay, and he's hostile. Well, he wasn't hostile at first, you know? Cemetery building key. I'm sorry about this, by the way. I was hoping I had a friend. I was hoping I had made a single solitary friend down here. Aside from the smoke people. Okay, yep, so you gotta bring the key all the way back to the front of the house. And here we are. Lost in the woods. Find a way home. Can I go back into the house? I can. I'm gonna go in. Oh, and interesting. So, the whole kind of like maze, the whole tunnels still remain. I feel like this could have been a good time almost to seal that off because we're kind of done there now. You know? Either way, okay. I see what we're doing here. Now, I don't believe the mod is voiced at all. I believe this is an unvoiced mod. However, you can tell really good, really interesting stories even without, like, new characters, even without new NPCs to interact with. There's a lot of mods that have done it very well. Ooh, Scarlet Nightshade. Yeah, this is already just really cool and creepy. And, you know, the shades aren't attacking, so I see no reason to attack them right now. Let me take a look at the map. Let me see what we got. So that's one thing. I kinda wish this gave us an actual world map rather than the local map over the Skyrim one. Oh, I did not like that sound. Oh, okay. Alright, we got some hostile shades. I didn't want to start fighting them. I didn't want to lead the attack. In case me attacking one of the non-hostile ones maybe had all the others attack me as well. This is on adept difficulty, so I'm not sure if the shades are supposed to be this weak, or if I'm just too strong, which is rarely an issue that I run into. The sounds they make are so creepy. Like, they did a good job with the atmospherics for this already. I just waited an hour to see if the sun would come up. Okay, so, you know, it's still a little gray, a little hazy, a little foggy, but I like that it's not just pitch black. Like, we have some sun trying to peek through the clouds and everything. Okay, looks like we have another kind of extension to this village over this way. Yeah, having an overland map and having markers I feel like could really help in allowing the player to maybe orient themselves a little bit more. There's something ominous looking over there. Yeah, let's do that. The amount of foliage, the amount of greenery here is really good for kind of making this more dense forest area, which I think really helps the level design. Mausoleum Hall sounds promising. I swear, if I get lost in here and things start transforming, I'm gonna be a little creeped out. Oh, I see you. Is that a glowing skull? I don't want to change the difficulty just yet, just because of the fact that the bosses are supposed to be hard, so I'm just assuming that, once again, the shades are supposed to be a little bit more cannon fodder-ish, that they're not the real enemy right now. Oh, stray dead, in front of you lies my coffin. To your left and right are the paths I demand you take. Obtain the strength I offer you, and you will be granted audience with your unliving matriarch, with me, the Wraith Mother. Left and right, prove my worth, alright. Maybe I shouldn't listen to what you say, but, well, what other choice do I have? Oh, that's not creepy at all. I mean that in the nicest of ways, you know? It's like, it's good creepy. It's level design creepy. I'm also wondering how... Whoa, okay. I was gonna say, what do I have to prove here? Yeah. I mean, I can just go in and grab that. I know there's supposed to be a lot of traps in here. So I might have my work cut out for me, because I am not always the best at seeing traps, at detecting traps. So saving often is going to be my friend. Or just being careful, I guess, is the other thing I could do. That sounds like a lot of work for me, though. I don't like the spikes down there. I'm a little worried about that, but... Oh, you can't see it, and I'm glad you couldn't see it. I was clenched there. I was very nervous. Heavy Flame, new spell tome. Scrawled note. If anyone makes it this far, continue your descent. Do not stop for anything. Do not let her corrupt you. The statues here act like vessels to the otherwise weak shades. See, they are supposed to be weak. Every single one in this hall is simply waiting to sprout up and attack. As a priest of Arkay, I grant you a sacred right, my flame. If any of these things move, use it and send every poor soul in your path back to Aetherius. Do not fall to the Wraith Mother, as she calls herself. She who first killed old Hera centuries ago. I'm gonna take the note with me. Let's see. Heavy Flame. Heavy weight of fire that does 40 points of damage to health and stamina, does extra damage to undead. I feel like shades count as undead, you know? Heavy Flame, cost 68 adept. And let me use that for good measure as well. Not that I necessarily need it against the shades, but still, this priest was very nice to leave me his own spell. What am I gonna do? Not use it? Oh, yep. Well, there's your flame. God, how lost am I gonna get down here? Maybe I shouldn't keep going this way, but he said keep going down, so any stairs I see leading down, you know, I'm taking them very literally. Okay, yeah, and we got at least one potion, so hopefully, you know, if you're diligent, if you loot, you'll find more potions just to keep you going. This gives me a little bit of a Dark End vibe. And like I was saying, you can make really good mods without more characters, without, you know, voiced characters and whatnot. But it means that you really need to put more time into the notes, the books, the level design, because now those are the things that are keeping this going. I'm gonna be smart about this. I'm gonna do slow time. And I'm gonna, you know, jump across right there, and I can very easily outrun all the traps. Now look at me being a little smart, I think. Self-poison a headache. Let me look at these potions I'm getting, by the way. Let me see what they do. Restore 100 points of health, damage the target's magicka by 100 points. Restore 100 points of magicka, damage the target's health by 100 points. Got it. Oh, living invader, the Wraith Mother is above skill, above strength. In my fortress there is nothing for you but hopelessness. Give up, there is no path forward for you. That sounds great. I'm so glad I came all this way then. I guess let me make my way back. Maybe it's just kind of like tracking to see if I read those tablets. It's kind of my best guess there. Oh, wait, there's something else right here. This seems a little important. Yeah, and there's actually another path that I can go as well, so I just haven't fully explored this then. I was just curious if I could do anything with it. I was curious if I could, burn the statues, although I guess that wouldn't necessarily make sense. Collect from spilled vessel. Shade stuff added. More shade goop. I was just trying to get a sense for how deep this would be. Nope, it's just a puddle. Now, is there an area I can go down there? No, I don't think so. No, so... made it back to the start of this hall. I'm hoping I'm doing this right. I'm hoping that reading the etched tablet was what I needed to do to move things along in this hallway, at least. I guess we're gonna see. Oh, God. Alright, well, this one's a little creepier than the last one. Oh, hello. I don't know why I'm scared. I know that they just fall apart at the seams. Ooh. Oh, you don't. Well, that's good then, because, you know, I was just saying, it's like, oh, well, they're a little weak, they just fall apart. Now they don't. Yeah, let's read this one right here. Oh, stray dead, forget yourself and who you once were. Let your old flesh rot, and birth your spirit anew, as a servant to me, as a shade. Yeah, I think they're kind of expecting you to figure out what you're supposed to do for the Mausoleum. Because right now the only quest we have is, you know, get out. Find a way home. I don't know why I always take the gems. I didn't always, now I do. I'm not gonna use them, but I'm just taking them all. Oh, alright, well... I was hoping the heavy flame would damage you more. Not really. It's nice. It's the thing of they were kind of, you know, setting you up to be like, oh, look, the shades are easy, and then they give you the harder variant. Smart. Oh, God. I'm gonna go this way first. I'm a little worried. No, not worried, but I'm a little nervous opening some of these doors. I'm just waiting for stuff to jump out and attack me. And yes, something did attack me, but it was nothing new. It was nothing unexpected just yet. God, how deep is this gonna go? This is gonna lead me to the clear other side of the island. Did I just go in a circle? No, this is new. No, I have not been over here before. Video game logic always dictates that if you find more enemies, you're going the right way. Because it means you haven't killed everything here yet. Now, the putrid masses are not as... they're not overpowered. They're not, you know, crazy strong. But compared to the one-hit shades, it's, you know, it's a nice contrast. For sure. The color and the lighting is going to be different for everyone depending on what ENB or, you know, lighting setup you use. The mod author was using Nat 3. I'm using Obsidian Weathers, and I want to say Rudy for Obsidian Weathers. So, you know, your mileage is going to vary depending on what you're using for lighting overhauls, but this does look really, like, creepy. It does look really cool. Man, I'm gonna be in here for ages. I went in a circle. Yes, I did. Oh, god damn it. Alright. Here's the map in case, you know, you're playing along and you're getting a little lost. I didn't find anything in the little bit of the maze that I went into, but now we got another fork in the road. I'm gonna go left to start. Hello? Listen, all these ominous rooms, it's like I'm expecting to be jumped. I'm expecting to get just stabbed in the back, but no. See, that's smart. They're giving you a couple crafting tables along the way, alchemy station, enchanting station, in case you need them. I love the effect that the putrid mass have on them as well. Because they have this kind of like red tinge to them. Expel shade. Here we go. Don't mind if I do. Expels a spirit that deals 40 points of the target. Slight chance to force the target to drop their weapon. Wait. Shades don't have weapons though. So that means I'm going to find like a different type of shade then, doesn't it? Okay. Adept 41 cost. Oh, stray dead, your flesh, putrid and blessed, is strong, but your claws are weak. Take this right, let me teach you how to use your soul, encased in your flesh, as a weapon. See, that makes it sound like I shouldn't be using the spell. Because I was told, hey, don't listen to the Wraith Mother, as she calls herself. She's bad. I'm not gonna lie, I am so incredibly lost. I'm just looking through here to see if there's anything that I missed. Okay, here we go. I'll show where I am on the local map. Oh, god, yeah. Going through the maze, I just went down a different path. Alright, something new. I missed something in the... What is this? This is the right-hand path. Which means there's probably something that I have to go back for on the left-hand path as well. Oh, stray dead, welcome. Do not turn back. Forget the afterlife from which you've been liberated. Forget your old name and old gods. Move forward into my home. Become a part of my family. Welcome. Thank you. Not sure I'm gonna stay. I'm just kind of visiting at the moment, but like I said, thank you. Oh. Ooh. Oh, God, I don't like that. Which, granted, that's kind of the point, but oh, ew. At least he only summons regular shades. Hold on, I want to use Dispel Shade. Oh, there we go. What's the thing of... Obviously, Dispel Shade is going to work on Dispel Shades because they have all of 1 HP, but still. Ugh, you're just like a weird, gross, walking tadpole. Probably much better ways to describe you, but, you know what? It kinda works. If the shoe fits and all that. I also like that him kind of spitting then kind of summons shades. Like, that's a cool effect. That's pretty cool. Oh, we got him. Hey, don't you run from me. Don't you run away. Weird armless blob. Almost. Boom. Let's see what you got. Token of Rebirth. That seems fairly important, you know? Okay, so there's gonna be a more definitive reward on the left-hand side as well. I probably just missed it then. Oh. Yeah, thank you for the portal. Very convenient. Oh. Wait, where am I now? Am I right back in front of my original homestead? I think so. Wait, does that mean I gotta go all the way back to the Mausoleum then? Oh, stray dead, Gravewind is your new home. The gateway before you opens for none but myself. Forget Tamriel, forget life and death. Mourn them if you must, but within Gravewind, you will stay. Alright, so a little bit of backtracking. I gotta get back to the Mausoleum, that way I can finish that the way that I'm supposed to. Alright, back in the Mausoleum, let's head back into the left hand side and see what we have. But here's the thing. I almost feel like either way you would have wanted the portal to bring you back here to the Mausoleum, because it says, you know, go left and right. Or it doesn't even say go left and right, it just says to your left and right, so you can do whatever order you want. But it makes it sound like if you complete both sides, that this would open up, so I would want the portal to bring me back specifically to the Mausoleum, right? Oh. Alright, so I went back to where the etched tablet was in case I had missed like a tome or something. No, there's a door right here. I just did not see that my first time here. Yeah, so there was just another path in both sides that I had missed. I love the use of the statues. The statues are so creepy. It's really good because even though they're the exact same model, the way that they arrange them with different sizes facing in different directions, it looks really good. Hello? Oh god, is this Dark Souls? Do I have to take... Am I gonna step into a cage elevator? Is that what we're doing here? Yes, that's exactly what we're doing here. Okay. That's cool. I love when I get usable lifts. Oh, it didn't like that. Didn't like me calling it out like that. Listen, I know Skyrim's not always great at it, so anytime a mod can get it working, I'm very happy personally. Oop. Don't mind me, just, I'm defying the laws of gravity, in the lift. Ooh. Just a nice little quick save. The Awakened Vessel. Oh. Do you only have one arm? It's a little hard to see. No, you got two. Your arm just blends in a little bit. You're not that strong. Man, the tadpole man really put you to shame, didn't they? Maybe I should have waited to see if they were gonna spawn anything else. So maybe that was a little disrespectful on my part, but I feel like it'd be weird if I just stood here and let them attack me. You know? Okay, and here we go, portal back, somewhere. Yeah, and now we gotta backtrack to the Mausoleum again. Yeah, I feel like placing us even outside the Mausoleum would have been a better way to do that. Now, I'm expecting this to be open. I'm expecting to be able to go into the tomb. Yep. That's a door. Oh, here we go. Let's face the Wraith Mother. Oh, this looks cool. Level design is very good. Level design has been really, really good so far, so I do want to commend them on that. This is a great atmospheric mod. Oh, I got shocked. I don't know what I was expecting. To be fair, I'm not really sure what else I would have expected. Oh, ooh, alright, just napping on some bones, as I often do. Not by choice. Oh god, where am I? I guess that's what I get for thinking I would face the Wraith Mother so soon. If you're reading this, then you really are alive and the effort I put into opening your cage wasn't for nothing. Oh, okay, we got someone helping us. Like, currently. It's good to see another face in this den of evil. I decided not to play with the witch's games and tried tunneling through the fortress, only to be caught and dropped down here. I suppose something similar happened to you. It seems this pit is where she dumps everything that she doesn't need to further her goals. Weak bones, weak servants, annoyances, like us. All abandoned here and overseen by her four-legged golems, while we digest into the walls of the dungeon itself. Speaking of, be sure to avoid the black tar around you. It's like an acid, boiling you away until there's nothing left. I've left some supplies, but I can't linger here too long. I've yet to discover what her plan is, why she killed and kidnapped the corpse of old Hera, why she abducts all forms of dead just to turn them into sorrowful wraiths, and how we even got here. Good luck. I shouldn't be too far ahead by the time you wake. I appreciate the food. Thank you. I get quite hungry when I get abducted and dropped into, you know, acid dungeons. What I want to know is how much the acid hurts. Yeah. Okay. It hurts enough that you really don't want to stand in it for more than like a second at a time, a couple seconds at a time. Which they did fortunately, you know, place the cage in the acid. That way I had a stepping stone. Wasn't a perfect stepping stone, but I think that was kind of the intent, to kind of let you see for yourself how dangerous it is to stand in the goop. Ooh. Okay, goody goody. Listen, I've said many times before, Skyrim is not the game for jumping puzzles. This, I don't consider to be a jumping puzzle. It is a jumping section, but it's fair, it's well spaced out, so this is the kind of thing where I say, okay, yes, more of this. I actually really respect that they didn't just make all the enemies super tanky, because that is a problem that I often run into in a lot of mods similar to this. Having some cannon fodder enemies is a good way to kind of branch things out. I gotta get down there. I could also just... Ooh. Well, that's... that's the golem they warned me about. Oh, and it's a ballista too. I like that. I like that model. It's pretty cool. I like that it has this skull from the etched tablets on it. What I was gonna say is I could just very easily use Whirlwind Sprint to get everywhere, but I feel like that's not necessarily the intent here. Oh, alright, yep, that jump did not jump. That jump did not land. As is sometimes the case in Skyrim jumping, you know? Just a little hippity hop, a little hippity hop. Oh, there we go. Torn journal page. Different, and the sun was missing. The air feels familiar, but not like anywhere unknown. I've been here before, I know it, but I can't recall where. I just hope Jana isn't too worried in my absence. I've discovered a group of them, all peaceful and more than willing to allow me to analyze them for a moment. These shadow men of the plain all wear the same sad face, slender build, but they are undoubtedly human souls. Peaceful specimens cannot be touched, but their hostile brethren disappear with but a swipe of my hand. It's strange. Under the ground and even in the trees, I hear the constant subtle sounds of crawling, as if 1,000 insects writhe under every surface here. Yeah, that's the cicadas. That's how you really know you're in hell. They still keep the cicadas here. I know where I am, and those fools in Morthal think I only study the occult out of some sick pleasure. This realm is within... Oh, damn. Oh, man. The cliffhanger. You killed him, didn't you? He was gonna tell me where I was, and you killed him. How dare. Now, granted, I don't think that was my friend, the guy who saved me. I think that might have been someone else. Alright, I wasn't sure if I could make that jump, but I tried, and I did. Oh, and here we go with the lift again. Yeah, giving me big Dark Souls vibes in that sense, and I mean that in a good way, because I actually really like the Souls games, and there are things that you can do within kind of that style that fit in Skyrim, but, you know, I've played some Souls-ish mods that understand what works well in Skyrim. I've played ones that don't, and still pretty early on in, but this feels kind of like Soulsborne inspired, but still in a way that works within the game.